everybody, it seems that I'm towering over you. This is I'm standing on a chair, so I have been despairing all morning, trying to create the intro for my YouTube video, and first the sun came out, blinding me, and I can't film. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube video. Then spill food down my top, so I have to change. Oh, I forgot how hard it is doing YouTube videos. You have to tidy everywhere. I can't film anywhere because it's all covered in Christmas chaos. I'm chaotic at YouTube videos, I'm sorry. My mind has gone blank. Look, it doesn't matter if you get it wrong, you can film it again. Today is my book's very first birthday. It is Dernketh the Broken Island's happy birthday book. This book began as an idea in my head, a dream actually, as you'll find out, about, it might even be 4 or 5 years ago, but I took so long to actually do anything about it. It was just always there in my head, and today we celebrate its first birthday, and it's a celebration for me as well because yay, I did it! It feels surreal and amazing and incredible, but also this has been my dream since I was about 6 years old. I won't just have this stuck to my face the whole time. It's been my dream since I was 6 years old, so it just feels right. It feels right that it's in my hands like it was always meant to be. Oh, it's just amazing. I wish that everybody could feel how incredible it is to when you chase your dreams and you work really, really hard. And you just this is my life, I'm going to live it, and you make your dream come true. So here it is, happy birthday, Dernketh. But the book, sorry, should I put it here like a bookcase? Will that be a mirror writing the whole time? So to celebrate my book's first birthday, I thought I would take you on an adventure of how the whole book began, from that very first dream to exploring how it all came together, from the art to actually self-publishing it, because self-publishing was the biggest learning curve I've ever had in my life. I have never spent so long researching everything from what font should you use, what colour paper should it be, oh, what about an ISBN, but where can you buy this, but what about copyright, but what about that, you know. It was the most incredible learning curve, and I want to share that knowledge with you. I wish we all lived in a world where we could follow our dreams, and I wish that, if you, hello, who is watching this, that you follow your heart and you do what you love, even if you can't make a career of it right now, your dream. I hope you find some way to at least infuse it into your life every single day, and by sharing my story of how I followed my dream and all the everything from the roadblocks and the mountains I climbed, I'm just gonna share it all, an authentic journey of me and my book. I just keep looking at my book today. I mean, I've had it in the house for a year, but now I'm just looking at it that's my book. But I'm gonna look different in the videos, in the first 2 videos, because I actually filmed these at the beginning of the year, and then I didn't post them because I felt like YouTube wasn't for me. I was overthinking everything, and I look back at that past Kitty and I'm like, oh Kitty, you should have just gone for it. But it's okay. So I really hope you enjoy this series. So let me know what you would like to see. If you have any questions, I'm going to be doing a question and answer video at some point. So if you have any burning questions about how it is to self-publish a book or come up with ideas, I've got a few videos that are going to be coming up about how to create really fun and engaging characters, or how to get into their heads to figure out who they are, because sometimes they arrive and they're just like a silhouette, and it's oh okay, well I'll give you a hobby and I'll give you this. And sometimes they arrive the case of one of my characters, Shin, and they're right, I'm taking over your book and I don't care about whatever plot you had ready for me. And I'm but Shin, the surprise is you're the bad guy at the end. And he's nope, you'll have to find somebody else for that twist because it is not me. And I had to change the whole book because of his attitude. So if you would like me to do any videos like that, let me know. For now, please enjoy this craziness of how Dernketh the Broken Island came to life. And if you are interested in looking at Dernketh the Broken Island, you can find the paperback and the ebook on Amazon, and it is free if you have Kindle Unlimited. Today's video is meant to be about my journey of publishing my book, Dernketh the Broken Island. And instead of a long synopsis, I thought I'd show you a quick trailer. When Lart loses her family and is cast upon this cruel, evil island, she tries to end everything at the tower. But Finn, the broken boy, who says he feels nothing, saves her. He knows she'll die. The The island forces him to play sick games like this every day. But she doesn't die, which is almost worse. Suddenly Lark is uncovering a terrible secret, a secret of a dead man, the dragon's breath, and the true story of this place. And the island will do anything to stop her. So this is the story of how I came up with the story. It all began with a dream. There was this boy and girl racing up this dark tower, and there was something pursuing them, but I didn't know what in the dream. They ran up and up and they made it to this tower, and behind them was the threat, and in front of them was the raging sea and the drop, and with nowhere to go, they jumped. And I woke up before they landed. And all I could feel was like, oh, this most powerful feeling, the love for each other that they had, and the trust. It was just so, it was so emotional, so powerful. So I did what I always did. I wrote a song about it. I've lost my phone, I don't know. I just walked around the entire house looking for my phone so I could find the lyrics. And when I finally gave up and I sat down, I thought, I'll just have to wing it. And then I stared into my phone because that's what I was using to film. That's ridiculous. Oh no, embarrassing. Like, oh, I didn't press play on the audio either. Ah! My feet echo round and round as I climb above the ground. The tower twists and screams and whines like a mirror of my mind. My breathing comes hard and fast, but I know that this pain won't last. It will be over. Soon it will be over. Everything is over. Will be over. Above the roar of the sea, I hear footsteps following me. I can't let them find me here. I need to escape this fear as I climb up to the top. I stare down at the ragged rocks, 1,000 feet below they rage. I know they'll free me from this iron cage. And then he meets Finn. Then he's standing by my side, and his face is a shining white. I stare at him and then at the sea. He holds his hand right out to me. He says, take my hand and please just stop. You're in a cage, I can break the lock. I am the key and I'll help you see the way to live and be happy. It's a very long song, but that's the gist of it. And so I wrote this song, and then I wrote the first chapter. Actually, the first chapter is completely different to the book that is now, but I will read it anyway because why not? This is the origin story of Dernketh. Because I'm studying Korean, sometimes I accidentally speak in Korean. So if I suddenly go 잠깐만요, it just means 1 second. 잠깐만요. I just sat down and I just randomly wrote this first chapter, and then I didn't do anything else with it for like a year. So it's really funny to think that now it's my life. Welcome to Dernketh, the Isle of Light. What a flaming joke. The only light here are the whites of people's eyes shining in the darkness as they wait for the inevitable fate coming for them. Finn, stop looking so dour and help me, will you? I blinked out of my stupor and realised I was staring blindly through the shutters of our wooden house at the raging sea seething at the edge of the sand. I frowned. I'm the most positive person on this island. And then it went on. He stormed out onto the beach. And then it went to she was just standing staring at the sea when I noticed her. And I have rewritten that first chapter so many 100,000 times that I was just being driven mad by the end. It's like, oh my god, just choose the first chapter. The reason I didn't choose that one, you're not supposed to start with like an info dump, and he basically told you everything about the island instead of like letting it come through the next chapters. The one is always very special to my heart. But here's the actual chapter that I have now in the book. The island was watching. It had been all morning, almost like it knew what I was going to do. My mother was holed up in her room, so no one stopped me as I creaked open the cabin door and crept onto the dark sand. Usually the wind would be upon me in seconds, dragging me the length of the island on my face, or maybe dropping me on the ruin at the top of the tour like one memorable birthday. But today, nothing. The sea rocked back and forth, singing a discordant lullaby, while the wind picked innocently at some seaweed. But I knew it was listening. I could feel it, that icy presence clinging to my skin like a wet shore. Come on then, I muttered, eat me. So that's the first chapter that I chose, and I'm really glad that I did that. So then a year later or something, I started writing it again, and then I took a break, and then over a few years, eventually, I had my story. I loved creating the novel. Every single moment. I wrote it on my phone, on my iPad, on my laptop. I wrote it by hand, and everything just came to me like a movie, and so I just followed my instinct, my intuition, and I just wrote from the heart. So while I could tell you about my latest book, where some of the ideas came from, inspiration, that one was really just always there in my heart. It always wanted to be written, so all I had to do was write. And the characters, it's just like they were already there on the island, and they were waiting. They were waiting to be put through this hell. I'm very sorry, characters. I am very sad for them. But it's like Finn, I dreamt about him. I didn't know really anything about him, but the moment I started writing, it was like I'd known him all my life. Lark, she was just, they were just there. They were just there waiting for me. And I just loved that. So really, I just had all the hard job of trying to think, right, so the island is evil. How can we face off against an island that is control of everything? And that has caused me multiple sleepless nights. I made it so hard to fight it. Sorry, this is an interruption from Kitty from the future. As I was editing, I realised I missed out a big part of the process. I am Kitty from the future, I just happen to be wearing exactly the same clothes. I'm like one of those cartoon characters who only have about 10 of the same outfit. So when I figured out what to do with how to face off the island, whether or not they won or not, I just had to propose a fight. When I figured that out, I had another problem because another story plot came into my head. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to write this down. But the problem is, I am very passionate about everything I do, and suddenly I really, really wanted to write this story. Oh my gosh, it would not let me sleep. I was like, excuse me, I'm trying to go to sleep, and it's like, no, but we have this entire plot and meet these characters, and the characters, it was like how I imagine a baby in the womb, kick, 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 write me, write me, write me. It's like, I cannot, you're gonna have to wait. I'm writing a book, but it just would not let me. All I could do was write, which I did, and I wrote literally half the book in about a month or two. So poor little Dernketh was like, excuse me, how dare you just strand us on the island and forget about us, all for the sake of this new book. I took a little course on Skillshare, and it was about sort of choosing what you wanted to do and then doing it. And you had to get a piece of paper, write down on it, I really, really, really want to do this. And then you would write everything you wanted to do. And there were a lot of things, but then you had to choose just one. And you could do all the others whenever you wanted, but right now you were doing one. And I thought, oh, I just want to write a book. I don't know which. I couldn't decide. So I said, dear universe, tell me which book should I write? If I'm to write the one with the please show me something to do with a wolf today. If I am to write Dernketh, please show me lightning. And then I just spent the evening waiting to see lightning. And it's like, I know which one I want to write. I want to write Dernketh. And actually, 5 minutes later, I picked up my phone on Pinterest, and it had a thing about writing, and the sentence they used with an example was lightning. So, so cool. So Dernketh it was, and then I just dedicated my entire year to writing Dernketh. I read The One Thing, which was an amazing book about protecting your time and saying, no, I am doing this. This is the most important thing of my day. I'm time blocking it. Everything else has to be on balance because I am focusing on this. And that's what I did, and that's what I did. So I finished my book, I wrote it all up, and there was a big issue because I didn't have an ending. Even 1 month before I sent it to my editor, I still didn't like the ending because there's this aspect in it, which I can't talk about it because it's a spoiler, but I just couldn't think what to do. And it seems so obvious now. Mum and Dad are coming back, I've got to be fast. Otherwise they're going to interrupt. Hello! So I did a meditation. I said, right, by the time I come out of this meditation, I am going to have had the answer. I closed my eyes and the idea came to me in 1 minute, and that was it. That was the ending to Dernketh, and it was so perfect. So I wrote it all up, I sent it off to my editor, and then my laptop broke. But I'll talk about that next time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, if you have a dream or something, yeah, tell me about it. I'd love to know. It's just, I think, following our heart, following our dreams is just so exciting and one of the most important things in life, because you know, this is our life. You gotta do what makes you happy. And I am just so happy for publishing Dernketh. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world. Hopefully you're not on Dernketh, but if you would like to be on Dernketh, you can find it on Amazon, Dernketh the Broken Island by Kitty Sonder, that's me. Anyway, see you later. Bye. No, you haven't ruined it, you can come back. I took the kiwi out of the oven. That sounds so weird. Who's that tropping over my bridge?
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Is that what I said?
No, that's what I'm saying to you. Who's that tropping over my bridge?
Oh no. Are you filming?
I couldn't find my phone because I wanted the lyrics. I was like, where's my phone? So I searched everywhere. Around the lounge, around the kitchen. Oh! And I sat down and gave up. I was like, oh no!
What's that? Is that vegetable based?
No, it's a hedgehog. Just one more page.
Just one more page?
Yeah, Henrietta. Kathy got it me from,
how sweet.
what's she called? Clever Clove.
Is that for washing?
What? Yeah.
Should I say?
No, don't you dare.
Oh no!
Sorry, I'm okay. I'm okay. That's your fault.
That's not!
It is too.
Mum!
And welcome to my YouTube video. No, wait, you know it's a YouTube video. But to celebrate having, I feel like I'm riding a train on this chair. Stop creaking it. I'm sorry, there's a lemur in the background. I got him from the zoo and Mum said, could you put him somewhere that isn't on view? So I hid him down here and she said, he is on view there.